Erik ten Hag, I can guarantee that at the moment, as of today afternoon, Erik ten Hag has not received any communication from Ineos on his future, so Erik ten Hag remains very calm, preparing the future games, the first one with Brentford for Manchester United, so not working on anything else, Erik ten Hag at this stage, fully focused on Manchester United. This is the intention, this is the idea of Erik ten Hag. At the moment, no communication from the club, no communication from Ineos. Obviously, we know they are discussing internally, they had a meeting, they are taking their time, so Ineos are conversating internally about the situation of Erik ten Hag, but at the moment I can guarantee to you that ten Hag has not received any formal communication on his future. So that's the situation, and he's preparing the next game for Manchester United. So
for Brito Romano, there was an update on the Ten Hag situation, and I've got to be honest, waking up this morning, reading the news articles, scrolling through social media, looking at what fans are saying, it feels like a mess. And I didn't want to have to say this because I was so happy when Ineos came in. I still am, by and large. I was happy that we hired the people at board level, the Ashworths and Boradas, Wilcox and co, to run the football club. And I felt that what we should start to see is less confusion, less of a mess, less chaos. And what I'm hoping for right now is the sort of the swan theory. That under the, that they're, but in reverse, right? In reverse, what we're seeing looks like a little bit of a mess, but maybe behind the scenes is a lot calmer. There's a lot more togetherness. There's more understanding. And we, the fans, maybe can't see it at this point. Like a swan swims, it looks beautiful and elegant, but under the water, its legs are going like the clappers. I'm hoping that's going on, but that is hopium. People love using that word nowadays. I am hoping that's the case. But when I read the media stories, when I listen to what is being said, it feels like a mess. It really, really does. You've obviously seen what Fabrizio has said, that Ten Hag has not received any communications on his future from Ineos. Now, that would read as, well, he's staying. That would read as, well, he's going to be, if he's received nothing by Thursday, it's only just over a week until we play a game again. Now, this international week seems to be flying by. The Ten Hag remains very calm and is preparing for the game against Brentford. Well, he's actually on holiday, but I suppose he is doing preparation. He's probably watching videos, etc. Then goes on to say that the club is still discussing internally. It's a very tense situation. That's the bit I'm confused about. And maybe it's the way Fabrizio has worded it. I don't know. But if there's very intense internal conversations about his job, why is Ten Hag so relaxed? If I knew my bosses, not that I have bosses anymore, but, thankfully, God willing, because of you wonderful people, if my bosses were discussing my potential exit, I don't know how I would be able to remain calm. And maybe I'm wrong about that. But by the way, before we go any further, please hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribing and get the bell notification button turned on as well. Thank you, my people. Get that done. But it feels like a mess. There's another story here that says Ten Hag believes he will stay. And that word is so intriguing. Believes he will stay. Do you mean believes he'll stay? Should he not know by now whether he is going to stay or not? Surely. It feels to me like he will, but just believes. And he's preparing for the Brentford game amid a wall of silence following a 6-hour board meeting yesterday. But on top of that, just scrolling through, and I haven't got graphics for all of these news stories, but there are so many out there at this particular moment and junction. Just searching down here, I've bookmarked quite a few of them today. You've got the situation here from, I'm just trying to find it now. I've lost where I was scrolling. Where we're scrolling here. You've got Samuel Lockhurst that says that Sir Jim has been talking to Tuchel this week and is sort of sounding him out and looking at it. Jamie Jackson has said that no clarity has been offered regarding the situation in any capacity to journalists at this particular moment in time. There are Dutch journalists that are out there stating that, and I want to read this here, this is everybody in the Netherlands is convinced there is no future for Ten Hag at Manchester United. So if the Dutch press is saying there's no future, that doesn't mean imminently he's being sacked. But why are we keeping him if there's no future? I do think the fans need an element of clarity, even if it's just an update, to say he will be staying for the foreseeable future. just so we know. And for me, it's the lack of knowing that is bothering me right now. It's getting on my nerves, and I worry about if this chaos that we feel as fans transcends into that dressing room, how are we meant to improve? We just found out today that Maswari is going to miss about 2 months of football with a cardiac problem, a rhythm beat issue. Doesn't sound, well, anything with your heart is fucking serious. Doesn't sound life-threatening, touching wood, God willing, he makes an absolute recovery from that. But probably been our most consistent player this season. He is now out injured. And I just feel like everything is a goddamn mess. And there is a story that's scaring me. There's a story today where it's giving me the willies. It's giving me the willies. I'm not going to lie. Southgate has said, I won't coach in the next year for sure. I'm certain of that. I need to give myself time to make good decisions. It's an important step. I need time. Please don't tell me. Please don't tell me we're just going to keep Ten Hag until this man's ready to manage us. Please. Because then my dreams are shattered. Then my hopes are gone. Sorry, I've still got this cold. I hope and pray we don't go from Ten Hag to Southgate. Oh, please. Please, God. Please let that not be the case here. Let that please not be the case. But as I say, it does feel like an absolute mess at this particular juncture. Now, for balance, Beth from the United Stand put a tweet out yesterday around the breaking news that Ten Hag seems to be remaining as the manager, or is expected to remain as the manager. And she said, late to this, but Ineos has a team in place for a reason to make these decisions. Nobody knows what's happening behind the scenes, but the team that Ineos has put together, puts in place, assessing this does. I truly believe there are several reasons why United are struggling on the pitch, and the manager isn't the only one to blame. Of course, he is a significant factor. I'm not happy with this season so far either, but I am choosing to trust and support their choice. And when I read that, I'm like, I am in that mindset, but there is also a part of me that's panicking. I'm not going to lie. I'm strong enough as a man to admit I'm panicking right now. I'm having a wobble. And that's why I'm making the content, because I want to get your views and opinions. Now, I know I'm going to get cooked by rivals. I know I'm going to be cooked by people that think Ineos are incompetent. I get that. I'm expecting it. But is anybody else having a wobble like me? Is anybody else kind of feeling like they're changing their mind every 5 seconds? Is anybody man enough, big enough, strong enough to admit that? Because I am. I just want a bit of clarity, not about all the internal goings on. I don't want Man United to share that. That would be stupid. I just want to know officially, is he staying or going? And maybe give us an outline of how much longer he's got to turn us around. Maybe, just maybe. We need that. It's painful right now. I'm not going to lie. It's painful. I look at how good Arsenal are. I look at how good Liverpool look. Liverpool got some issues with some of their better players leaving, granted. I look at how amazing City are. I look at Chelsea's growth, and it's painful. And not because I'm a spoilt brat, or I'm an envious person, or I'm a jealous person of the other teams. But I want to see my team improve as well. I want to kind of be in those conversations with those individuals. And I feel like we're not right now. And it's painful. Look, as ever, I want your thoughts and I want your feelings in the comments section below. Thank you for tuning in. Take care. Goodbye. God bless. And I'll see you all again soon. Peace.